Okay, very good morning, everyone, and welcome to the briefing for Friday, the 9th of June. So first of all, taking a look at the chart, we see the picture that's finally changing a little bit over us. This high pressure that we've had stuck up to the northwest is now moving across towards Scandinavia, that's bringing us around a more easterly flow to be going slightly southeasterly over the next few days. As we do go into the next few days, we see a slightly more unsettled picture potentially with these occluded fronts down to the south and sort of various trough lines in the general area. But the public forecast at the moment is suggesting that we should be okay for thunderstorms around here, although there are some weather warnings. Today, looking at pretty much easterly at about 15 to 20 knots of flying height. And that's the current view from above, quite clear, so some sort of lower level cloud sort of around our area at the moment, but that'll be burning off quite quickly. And public forecast is showing a sunny day with a top temperature of 26 degrees. It's the warmest we've had it so far this year. And that wind pretty much from the east, slightly north of east at times, and about as strong as we've got used to over the last few weeks, potentially a little bit breezier this morning. As I mentioned, tomorrow there's that yellow warning of a thunderstorm, which we're just right on the edge of. So I think we'll probably be okay, but maybe some interesting skies tomorrow. GFS is showing a top temperature of about 25 degrees in our area today, with a dew point of about 16. So there's a reasonable split there, despite the dew point being quite high. And that's the current view at Lasham. You can see this sort of stratocumulus layer we've got used to over the mornings. It's already breaking up quite quickly, and I think that'll be pretty much burnt off within the next hour or so. Current temperature is 13 degrees and dew point is 9.5. Farnborough's last observation was broken clouds at 1,000 feet. But they're saying becoming, well, quite early this morning, few clouds at a height of 2,000. And then after that, I think it's going to be pretty much blue. And that wind still coming from the east-northeast. Top meteo, showing a not particularly optimistic central distance for today, certainly better out to the west. I think it has been quite a bit optimistic recently, so I don't think there's going to be a lot to be had today. And certainly as you go further east, that sea air appears to be coming in. If we look at thermals from about 11 o'clock, we see potentially up to about 2,000 feet. If we go forward a couple of hours, it's getting a bit more optimistic, saying up to about 3,000. And then if we go further into the afternoon, we see some cumulus out to the west in what is predicting to be the better areas. But I expect it to stay pretty blue here. We look at the site forecast for Lasham. It's showing a usable thermal height of 3,000 by 1 p.m. And it reckons it might get up to 3,600 by about 3 o'clock. But thermals only being about 2.5 knots, peaking at supposedly 3 knots at 2 o'clock. So I think they'll be quite weak and a little bit hard to find, but there's certainly be something there by about midday. Before it really gets going, we're probably looking for a temperature realistically about 24 degrees we've got down here. So once it does get up to that top temperature, the thermals should get going a bit better. No TAMs, nice and easy today, really nothing at all in the Lasham area. Up to the north here, if you're probably flying powered, going up here, number 39, number 42, 2 restricted area temporaries, one at Northampton for Air Expo, and 42 at Cosford. But other than that, nothing really in our area at all. So operationally today will be 09, the usual setup with the launch point here somewhere, and the cables running along the edge of the runway. Where we do have that northerly component in the wind, will be requiring some correction on the winch launches, but that wind is coming more around to the east, so hopefully we won't require too much later in the day. And last of all, we do have one movement that is a A319 scheduled to depart at 16:30 local. So other than that, nothing really. Should be quite a nice easy day. I'll see you on the airfield. Bye for now.